So now we talked about the fact that Turkey has expressed a strong interest to join the BRICS, a group of major emerging economies comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. So this potential moves comes amid ongoing global economic and political shifts.
And shifts they are. Now I'd like to welcome Ahmed Nabwy from the Middle East Studies researcher at the HITIT University. Thank you for joining us this morning on TVP World.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.
Yes, now looking at this latest shift, Turkey actually would fit really nicely in the acronym we were just discussing. You could just put the T right in there. But Turkey has found itself kind of displaced, if you will. It's been a EU candidate for a long time, then not really allowed to join the European Union. It's had better relations with Russia and, of course, China. So is BRICS going to be a good fit for Turkey, first of all? And I'm going to give you one more at the same time. Does this change the significance of BRICS as an organization, a global organization that's growing?
Okay. First of all, we need to think of this step from Turkey as if it's an obligatory step or just an option for Turkey. For me, I think Turkey, as you said, for decades tried to join the European Union as a member, but till now it's just a candidate for the European Union. So I think that here in Turkey they feel some kind of being betrayed by Europe for all these decades, not accepted as a member in the European Union. On the other hand, I think Turkey are now trying to go away from this highly independence on the European economy. We know that the European Union is the main partner in the terms of commerce and economy and so on with Turkey. So I think Turkey are trying to diverse its economy, its economic relations with the countries in the BRICS. We talk about China, about Russia, about Brazil. This mean economics and other emerging economics. But at the same time, the officials in Turkey they assured many times that this step joining BRICS or showing desire to joining BRICS won't affect the relation with the European Union at the first place, and second with NATO. We know that Turkey is an important member in NATO. So yeah, we have now many concerns getting out from some European countries and from United States and so on, because we know that this is not the first step from Turkey. Turkey also in the last years, we know how Turkey made, let's say, good relations with China, strong ties with China in the last years. So yeah, there is some concerns in the European bloc and the Western bloc, but also Turkey trying to make some interests from this step. So as I said, economic and also political, some interested with BRICS.
Mm-hmm. So I would love to hear to pause for a moment here and take a closer look at what you just mentioned, because you said that now perhaps we can speculate that the eagerness to join the BRICS alliance comes from a place of being betrayed by the European Union. But don't you think that perhaps this might further strain relations with the so-called West, as now Turkey was trying to balance between now the Russian camp and European one? Do you think that perhaps that might actually politically be a tectonic shift for the country?
Yeah, I 100%. This is a paradox actually for Turkey and for the official and government here in Turkey. This balance, is it doable? Can they do this balance with by allying with Russia, and we know this war on Ukraine, and also by being important member in NATO? I think in the last year, from the beginning of the war in Ukraine, I think Turkey managed this deal with this point, let's say, in a good way with Russia and also with the European Union. But now it's being more challenging because being a member of BRICS We know this bloc is now it's like a rival to the G7 and also for the, let's say, Western bloc. So this will be difficult, as you said. It's not easy to balance these relations with these two blocs. But I think let's think as if we are, let's put ourselves in the shoes of Turkey, of Turkish officials. They think that they tried a lot to be a real member of the Western bloc. As a member of EU, also, they have a good relations with the United States. But we say now and nowadays, I think some countries in the Middle East, Turkey is one of them, and also let's say Egypt and Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia and these countries feeling betrayed from United States. They say United States allied with Israel on this war 100% without balancing the relations with the allied in the Middle East. So I think maybe Turkey now starting to look forward to a new relations with China, with Russia, and so on. So yeah, this balance will be difficult. It's not easy to be done. But let's see what comes in next day.
Right. But do you think that we can really speak about balance now, as the world is very much polarizing and they take another side of one camp or another? Do you think that Turkey is still in a moment of privilege to be balancing in between?
I think it's geopolitical and it's a strategic location gives Turkey this privilege. Turkey location is very, very crucial for the Western Bloc and also for the Eastern Bloc, let's say China and Russia. So I think Turkey, must be a neutral country, as we can say. Yeah, we are witnessing now, let's say, maybe multipolar system. But yeah, Turkey need to be on the middle between, not like the past. We know that past Turkey joined the Eastern Bloc against the Western Bloc against the Eastern Bloc, like the Soviet Union and so on. But now I think the context is very different. Turkey need to be balanced in this war, and I don't think that Europe it's in the favor of Europe to lose Turkey as an ally, because as I said, it's a strategic location and also it's economic, emerging economy, important economy now in Europe, as you said, the sixth in Europe. I think this could be a win-win situation for Europe and for Turkey, but they need to rethinking again in the point of joining EU or something like this. If Europe actually need Turkey to be a part of this Western bloc, not go to Russia and China. This will be critical moment on the coming days, and I think this step from Turkey to asking to join BRICS could be like a stress on Europe, on the European Union, to rethink of this relations, of this of Turkey asking for joining the EU. I think this could be a kind of stress now Turkey is doing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it could probably be both to a certain extent. Part of BRICS, part of NATO, part of have good relations with Europe. I agree with you that it's also an inflection point for Europe to kind of look at the direction that Turkey is heading and see if this poses some kind of political threat to them or the alliance. But at the same time, BRICS is created, it's supposed to be a counterweight to Western influence, G7, and that kind of Western-dominated world. Is that part particularly appealing for Turkey to join?
Yeah, first of all, let's say we are so far from this point. When we look for the G7, we speak about 41% of the global economy. If we look to BRICS, we just say 26% from the global economy. So we are so far from this point. But yeah, BRICS is a start to countering this Western dominance on the global system, economically and politically and so on. We say a lot. President Erdogan is speaking about this point, about the Western dominance. He needs some reforms in the political economy, in the political political system and so on in the world. I think this could be a kind of trying to go away from this dominance from the European NATO. Theoretically, you can be a part of NATO and part of BRICS, theoretically. But I think a lot of concerns will emerge from this step, especially for the European countries that are, in the first line in this war against Russia. I think this will be somehow, will emerge a lot of concerns. But yeah, theoretically you can do it, but as implementation, in the terms of implementation, it's not easy. And yeah, I think Turkey now it's a big step, and it will be some taxes for this with its relations with Europe. But we'll see in the coming days also what's going to happen.
Certainly. Well, Ahmed Nabwy, Middle East Studies researcher at the HITIT University, thank you very much for joining us this morning here on TVP World.
Thank you.